Christina, didn't you hear me? I want you to come off of that balcony and back into this room right now.
Hi. Okay, Mom.
What was she doing out there, crawling around on the balcony?
Yes. Let me put her on. Say hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Hi, Chrissy.
Hi, Peter.
You still having a good time down there?
No, Mommy wouldn't take me to the beach today.
Oh, well, you'll have another sunny day tomorrow. You'll get a chance to go tomorrow, so don't be too disappointed, okay?
Okay.
I love you very much.
I love you, too. Goodbye, Peter. Here's Mommy.
Thank you, honey. Hi.
Sounds like you had your hands full just trying to keep her busy today.
Yes, tell me about it.
So, what are you going to do about dinner tonight?
Room service, I guess. Will you please call me in the morning early?
Yeah, first thing.
Are you all right? Your voice sounds a little funny.
No, other than missing you, I'm fine.
Okay, I miss you too. Well, sleep well.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you. Bye-bye.
So, what do you say? Nice hot bath now.
No, I want to stay in the balcony and talk to the nice man.
Nice man.
The man next door.
I don't see anybody there.
He was there. He was going to tell me his name, but you called me in.
Well, honey, he's probably here for a rest. The last thing he needs is you bothering him.
I wasn't bothering him. He was smiling at me.
Well, what are you doing talking to strangers? I've told you about that. That's something you're not supposed to do. Come on. Have that bath. Come on.
In heaven's name could be taking Mike so long?
Well, maybe Lieutenant Wyatt had some business to take care of before they left, eh?
You know, if Mike knows anything new about Roger, I think we should call Peter right away.
Yeah, we will. I promised Pete that I would let him know as the moment we heard anything more.
You know, when I was over to see Peter today at lunchtime, we were talking about what happened to him. Now, he is convinced that it was a robber.
Well, Mike and I are sure it wasn't. We're sure it was Roger trying to find out where Holly and Christina are.
Which brings us back to the same question. If that's what Roger's after, then he'd have to know that they're away and that Peter was with them. But how in God's name could he?
I have no idea. But I'm sure that that's what Renee meant when she said to Mike just before she died that she wouldn't tell Roger. Somehow, Roger has figured out that Holly and Christina have left Springfield. How, I don't know. Hopefully, that's what Mike is going to come to tell us. If he ever gets here.
Who is it?
Dad.
Oh. Dad.
Hi, I stopped by your office to talk to you, but you weren't there, so I thought I'd try you here.
Oh, no, I had some work to do, and I thought I'd bring it home. I'm doing a whole new project for Chicago.
Chicago? Sounds interesting.
Yes, I'm doing a whole suite of offices for Spaulding Enterprises.
Let's see. Well, I'm in a bit of a rush.
Don't you at least have time for me to ask you how you are?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I've been keeping busy with Larry Wyatt at police headquarters.
Oh, yes. How's that going along? The newspapers aren't saying much, except that the police are intensifying their search for Roger.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, honey. I have a question to ask you, and it's not a very easy question, but I have to ask it.
What could I possibly tell you?
You know, Renee died protecting the secret of where Holly and Christina were.
Yes.
So Lieutenant Wyatt and I have been racking our brains trying to figure out how Roger got that information. So we made a list of everyone who knew that Holly and Christina had left town. And you're on that list.
Well, yes, Grandma told me that they left town. But I'm the only person in the family who doesn't know where they went because you didn't trust me enough to tell me.
Honey, do we have to go into that now?
No, I guess not. What was your question?
Did you at any time tell Ellen that Holly and Christina had left Springfield? There's no other explanation of how Roger could find out.
And now, the guiding light. This portion is presented by Mild Ivory Liquid. It helps hands stay young-looking. And by Bounce. It gets clothes soft, free of static cling, and gives them long-lasting freshness.
Bounce has a long-lasting fresh smell. It makes clothes smell fresh long after they come out of the dryer. And women just love it. My wife tried this jacket with Bounce a week ago. Took it out this morning, and it still smells line-dried fresh.
I dried this days ago. Just took it out. Still smells fresh.
And clothes come out soft.
They sure do. This dress has just the right amount of softness. It's comfortable, but not limp.
And Bounce controls static cling because Bounce works in the dryer where static builds up. See? My socks don't cling to my pants.
Mine don't either.
Bounce's unique combination of fresheners work in the heat of your dryer to give your clothes long-lasting freshness. But Bounce doesn't stay in the store long. Bounce for long-lasting freshness.
Susan Lane and her daughter Carrie often fool people.
Mom looks so young, people think we're sisters. Even her hands look young, similar to mine.
Showing fabrics as I do, I want my hands to look good. So I take care of them. And I use a mild dishwashing liquid, too.
She uses Ivory Liquid, and so do I.
Because you're never too young to take care of your hands.
It's never too soon for Ivory Liquid. Feel the softness of Ivory Liquid. It's mild, helps care for hands. It helps hands stay young-looking.
Even the suds feel soft.
Yet nothing gets dishes cleaner than Ivory Liquid.
It cleans really well, but mainly I love the mildness. And I want to keep my hands looking young, like Mom's. I think I've got a real good start with Ivory Liquid.
Get mild Ivory Liquid because young-looking hands are worth holding on to.
Mom.
What?
What did you do to this fish?
Why?
It's delicious.
I cooked it in Puritan oil.
Puritan's so light, it does let the natural flavor of food come through. Should I tell them what's more important to me than great taste? That Puritan is made with sunflower oil, so it helps in our diet to fight cholesterol? Nah, let them think it's just great-tasting fish. I know it's more.
Puritan oil, great taste and more.
Oh, no, that's my piece.
His got away.
It's not a very complicated question. A simple yes or no will do.
No, it isn't. But the implications are very complicated and very shattering to me.
Sorry. But did you or did you not tell Alan? That's all I have to know.
There was no reason for me to. And besides that, Grandma told me that nobody but the immediate family was supposed to know.
Well, I know you're very close to Alan.
Dad, we are more than close.
Well, whatever. Anyway, I had to ask.
And now you have your answer. And now I have something to say, Dad.
What?
I have known ever since that night that you and Grandma were whispering together that you now consider me an outsider in this family.
That's not true.
Oh, yes, it is.
Hope, do we have to go into that?
Yes, I'm sorry we do. I know you've been going through a really rough time lately, and I'm sorry. But I can't go on having my own father treat me like an enemy simply because you hate and distrust the man that I love.
I hardly consider you an enemy.
Really? Then is that why you came over here this afternoon trying to blame me for everything that's gone wrong, including Dr. Dubois' death?
I have to know where Roger Thorpe was getting his information that Holly and Christina were out of town. And also how he knew precisely the exact moment when Dr. Peter Chapman came home.
Dr. Chapman?
Yes. He was attacked in his apartment. I presume by Roger. His baggage and his pockets were gone through to look for an indication of where he'd been, I suppose to get Christina.
Well, you can't accuse either me or Alan of that one, Dad. I'm sorry, I don't know if you believe me because I don't know if you trust me at all anymore.
I trust you. It's Alan I don't trust.
You know, you told Grandma and Uncle Ed and even Dr. Dubois where Holly and Christina were, but you didn't tell me. Why? Exactly. Because you were afraid that I was going to go running to Alan with the information right away.
All right, I'll tell you now, if it'll make things better.
Oh, no, Dad, it won't. I don't want to know where they are now.
But you keep accusing me of not trusting you.
That's right, and you didn't. And that's what's going to hurt me, not the fact that you're going to tell me now. It's the fact that you didn't trust me.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
So am I. Look, Dad, I've got a lot of work to do, all right?
All right. Good night.
Oh, you almost had it, Buck. Turn the antenna this way.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
They were having such a wonderful time down there before I told her about Renee.
She had to know something was wrong. We didn't call her the night we got back, like we promised her we would.
Oh, darn, we lost him again.
So what's the big deal about listening to a bunch of strangers talk to each other?
Well, maybe we can find out who they are and what Professor Snyder is trying to find out.
Well, whatever it is, it must be important. Do you realize how much these bugging devices cost?
I bet he didn't pay for it. I bet the country that sent him over here bought it.
Did anybody ever tell you you watch too many movies?
As a matter of fact, Professor Snyder did once. And I know why. It's because I guessed the truth about him. He was afraid I was going to turn him into the police. Well, what do you think? Should we?
Look, just stay out of it, all right? And put this thing back in the professor's closet where it belongs. Now, I'm going back up to my room to study. But after dinner, what about coming by and hearing that great new album I bought today?
Well, maybe. But remember, you have to study.
Later, then.
Mm-hmm.
Ed, do you think that Mike would like to stay for dinner tonight? You too, of course, if you haven't made other plans.
I don't know yet, Barbara. Let's wait and see what Mike has to say first.
Well, looking out that window is not going to get Mike here any faster, Ed. Why don't you have a cup of coffee and relax?
Adam, I'm not going to say this to hurt your feelings, and please forgive me. But I can't damn well relax when I know that Roger's out there somewhere alive. After what he did to Rita and to Holly, that man is responsible for the death of my unborn son and for Renee's death now, too. We now know that anybody who gets in Roger's way is probably going to end up dead.
Well, let's just hope and pray that they catch Roger before he ever finds Holly and Christina.
They've got to, Barbara.
Honey, you go ahead and run the water. Okay. Because as soon as we get you out of the tub, we'll have dinner sent up.
I don't usually write letters, but I had to write Ivory about my wife, Beverly, because her skin is really healthy looking.
I really do use Ivory soap. You see, I'm a flight attendant, and a lot of people may think that sounds glamorous. But the air on the plane is really dry, and that's tough on my skin. I don't want a soap that leaves heavy perfume and deodorant on my face. I want Ivory because it's a basic natural soap without a lot of extra ingredients. For my face, I want Ivory's natural kind of clean. I think getting plenty of exercise and eating right, plus using Ivory soap, has really helped my skin stay healthy looking.
Helping skin stay healthy looking. That's what Ivory is all about.
Beverly does have healthy looking skin. I like that.
Oh, thanks, Graham.
What is that?
A great buy. Got it at a garage sale. Got some great buys at the market, too.
Oh, really?
They're out there if you know where to look.
Oh, you even did the dishes.
Yep. Hey, look at these glasses. Yesterday's are really clear. The ones I did are spotty.
My Cascade did that?
We were out of Cascade. And this brand was a bargain.
Well, you saved a few pennies.
Yeah, but look at the spots.
You can see the difference Cascade can make.
Try Cascade. Most bargain brands can leave drops that spot, but Cascade's sheeting action leaves glasses virtually spotless.
You were right about the Cascade, but you've got to admit, this vase was a real buy.
For virtually spotless dishes, you can see why Cascade's the better buy.
Ready? It's Biz Quiz time. What's better for ground-in dirt on polyester, liquid chlorine bleach or Biz? Right. How about this red shirt? Good. Biz is color safe. Okay, try this. Ground-in dirt on white jeans. Oh, gotcha. Watch. Bleach and detergent here, Biz and detergent here. Now, which cleaned and whitened better? Right. Colors, whites, ground-in dirt. Biz does more than bleach.
Tonight, Johnny gets fired, and WKRP could lose more than a DJ. Then the Last Resort's waiters can't handle a convention. Judd Hirsch guest stars. Next on MASH, the staff gets the bug, and Klinger's cooking is the culprit. And on House Calls, a singing star falls for Ann. Will Charlie lose her to rock and roll? Leif Garrett guest. Tonight, starting at 8, 7 Central.
Vanna, I wouldn't have asked you to come all the way over to approve these designs, but the art department needs your okay by this afternoon.
Oh, no problem. It's good to get away from the easel for a while.
I'm sure. Oh, by the way, what did Carter Bowden say about your portrait?
He liked it.
Is that all?
He thinks that it might be a turning point in my career.
That's wonderful. Am I going to be invited to your show?
Oh, certainly. You should get an announcement in the mail next week.
I'll be there.
Good.
So, shall I tell the art department to put these into production?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and I'll get to work on that Chamberlain merger announcement tonight.
Fine.
Oh, listen, you probably won't be in by the time I drop it off in the morning, so I'll leave it with the guard downstairs.
Oh, well, in that case, why don't you come by my place? I'll okay it over coffee.
I'll leave it with the guard.
Okay. Excuse me. Diane Ballard.
Are high-powered career women allowed to take personal phone calls at their office, or do you want me to call you at home later?
Who is this?
A very grateful doctor calling to thank you for the other night.
Oh, hi, Greg. I didn't recognize your voice.
You're forgiven. Listen, I keep dropping by your employee's room hoping that you'll be there visiting, but so far, no luck.
Well, I've been very busy.
Are you very busy tonight?
I don't think so. Why?
Well, I thought that we might go out and have some dinner and then go back to my place for a nightcap.
Aren't you going to say you have some marvelous etchings that you want me to look at, too?
Listen, I'm a very modern guy. I don't need a line like that. I like to get right to the point.
So I've noticed.
So I noticed about you the other night at your place. I must say, I find that very refreshing.
Well, thank you. I will invite you over again.
Just say when.
Listen, Greg, I have Mr. McFerrin, the head of our graphics department, here with me, so I'd better go.
Listen, that's not Ben McFerrin, is it?
Yes. Why?
Look, do me a favor, will you? And I'll explain it to you later. Don't let him know that we're having dinner tonight.
All right. I never mix business with pleasure anyway, if I can help it.
Good. I'll pick you up at your place about 8 o'clock.
Okay. I'll see you then. Bye. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, it sounds like you have quite an interesting evening planned for yourself.
Oh, I'm just having dinner with a friend.
Oh, well, what was that line about his etchings?
Well, he's an old friend.
Ah. I heard you call him Greg. That wouldn't be Greg Fairbanks by any chance, would it?
Fairbanks?
Yeah, doctor at Cedars?
No. Why?
Oh, just wondering. Eve was seeing a guy from the hospital by that name.
Oh, really?
Diane, I have to talk to Alan right away, and Lori told me you're the only one who can speak to him. Hi, Ben. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Fine. Is he in his office?
Yes, he is, but he's in conference at the moment.
Well, could you please ring him and tell him that I'm here?
Hope, I'm afraid I can't do that. Alan asked not to be disturbed. This is the only chance he has to meet with these people before he leaves for Denver in the morning.
Well, then I'll just wait until he's free to see me, if you don't mind.
It could be several hours.
I don't care.
Listen, Diane, if you don't need anything else, I'm going to take off.
Okay, fine. I'll give you a call when I get a chance to okay that Chamberlain announcement.
Fine. So long, Hope.
Okay.
Well, how are the plans for the new Chicago offices coming?
They're not.
Well, I thought you started working on them already.
I did, but I don't know if I'm going to continue.
Why not?
That's what I'm going to talk to Alan about.
Hope, if there's some kind of a problem, you know, why don't you discuss it with me and I can talk to Alan?
Diane, what I have to talk to Alan about is of an extremely personal nature, so I'll wait and talk to him if you don't mind.
Whatever you say.
Where's Lieutenant Wyatt? I thought he was coming with you.
Well, he was, if my stop would have led to anything, but it unfortunately was a dead-end street. I apologize. I didn't mean to get your hopes up. I should have checked my theory out first, I guess.
What theory?
I thought I had an answer to how Roger was getting his information about Holly and Christina, but not only was I proven wrong, it backfired in my face.
I don't understand.
Well, I don't want to go into it right now. I'll fill you in later.
Okay. So then we're right back where we started from.
You know, I've been thinking, Mike, maybe Dr. Dubois wasn't referring to Holly and Christina when she told you she wouldn't tell Roger.
I thought of that, Adam. I thought of that myself. But it's the only secret that Renee would die protecting.
Exactly. And Roger would never have risked going over to Renee's place if he thought that Christina was still here in Springfield. But he would have moved on this house and tried to kidnap her.
What I can't figure out is how in the hell does he know so much?
I don't know, Mike. I remember Holly once saying to me that she sometimes got the feeling that Roger knew what she was thinking, and she knew every move she was going to make before she even did. I'm beginning to think that she was probably right.
Ed, please. Don't say that. I mean, the only source of comfort that we have is that Holly and Christina are safe in Santo Domingo.
I know, Barbara. I'm just thinking out loud.
Have you talked to Holly?
No, we were going to call her, but we wanted to wait until you got here in case you had something positive to report. I better call her now. I told her I would, and I don't want to worry her.
Well, Roger may know that Holly and Christina are out of Springfield, but one thing that may ease Holly's mind a little bit is he doesn't know where they are.
Yeah, I'll remind her of that. Yes, operator. I'd like to make a long-distance overseas call, please. Person to person. Mrs. Holly Thorpe.
Mommy, why aren't we gonna have have dinner downstairs in the dining room tonight?
Because I thought it would be nice and cozy to have dinner up here. Besides, I ordered you your favorite thing.
Hot dog.
Right, hot dog. Oh, good. That might be Daddy and Mom. Hello? Yes, it is. Thank you. I'll wait.
Hey, careful with that fudge. Sorry, Ernie. It's the rookie's first time covering cookies.
Do I have to use so much fudge?
We're elves. We always use lots.
Lots of rich, creamy fudge makes our good Keebler cookies taste even more uncommonly good.
Keep your eye on the cookie, kid.
Making Keebler fudge-covered cookies takes lots of fudge.
And lots of practice.
Fudge sticks, fudge stripes, fudge marshmallows, and deluxe grahams from Keebler.
When my Herbie comes home from camping, I don't use clothespins to hang the wash. I use them to do the wash. 2 nights in a sleeping bag, some souvenirs from the mountain trail. Sometimes I'm tempted to throw this stuff away. That's why I keep the gain where I can see it. It reminds me that almost anything is possible. Look, clean, pretty terrific, huh? Smell. Fresh, like the outdoors should smell.
Hey, that's nice.
Let Herbie have his weekend in the fresh air, long as I get fresh laundry.
Gain. A clean you can see.
How about a little thank you, Herbie?
A fresh you can smell.
Thank you, Herbie.
My wife has one fault.
What?
She spoils us with Duncan Hines blueberry muffins.
Look at those wild blueberries.
Mmm.
Spoiled us again, Mom.
Duncan Hines blueberry muffins, a delicious way to spoil your family.
The Guiding Light. This portion has been presented by Duncan Hines Blueberry Muffin Mix for muffins bursting with real blueberries, and by Biz, the detergent booster that adds extra cleaning power every time you wash. We'll continue with part 2 of The Guiding Light in a moment.
Watch the premiere of Palmerstown, USA, Saturday night at 9 here on TV 10. It's the debut of a new special series created by Alex Haley and Norman Lear. After the Saturday premiere, Palmerstown, USA will air Thursday nights. This Thursday, watch Championship Basketball live on TV 10.
This is CBS. Folks, meet Henry Bate, or Hank, as he's called. He's wearing one of those saggy diapers that leak, and that makes Hank cranky. Well, cheer up, old boy. Here's Huggies. Huggies are form-fitting disposable diapers from Kleenex with soft, gentle elastic, so Huggies hug. So Huggies help stop leaking to help keep baby dry, more comfortable. Thick, absorbent Huggies diapers help keep baby dry, more comfortable. Right, Hank?
Uncle Tony!
Tony Randall babysitting. How you do it?
Psychology. Bribery. Spaghetti with Hunt's Prima Salsa spaghetti sauce.
That's not what Mom makes.
Deprived youth. Finicky Hunt's uses the Hunt's tomato compared to a regular tomato.
It's meatier.
For that rich Hunt's tomato taste. Then Hunt's adds Italian spices.
Prima salsa tastes great.
Gifted children. Hunt's Prima Salsa. Because there's nothing better than the Hunt's tomato.
Laugh with Peter O'Toole in Murphy's War. Next on the TV 10 News. And now, part 2 of The Guiding Light.
I figured there must have been some reason why you didn't call earlier.
Yeah, I'm really sorry that we don't have anything more to report. But as Mike pointed out to me just before I placed the call, the important thing for you to keep in mind is that there's no way that Roger could possibly know where you and Christina are right now.
Believe me, I'm holding on to that thought with both hands.
Good. We are too.
I must say, though,
Okay, Ollie, can you speak up a little? I can barely hear you.
I can't. Christina's right here.
Oh.
It's just that ever since you told me about Renee, Just scared, I guess. And as much as I tell myself I shouldn't be, I tell myself not to. Oh, Peter called earlier.
Yeah, I knew that he was going to when I stopped by at his place earlier.
What were you doing there?
I just had to see him about something.
Is he all right, Ed? You know, he sounded a little strange to me. Somebody at the door. Oh, it must be the waiter with our dinner.
I can call back.
No. That's okay. Hold on a second. Christina, would you do me a big favor, honey, and go against the door? I'm here again.
Was it room service?
Yes, it is. Good evening, Raul.
Buenas noches, señora.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Christina's speaking Spanish to the waiters and the maids now.
Yes, I thought I heard a little voice saying buenas noches.
That was it.
Well, listen, I don't want your dinner to get cold, Holly, so why don't I hang up now and I'll talk to you in the morning, okay?
Okay, but please let me know if anything else happens. No matter how unimportant it seems, you'll call me.
I will, I promise. Give Christina a big hug and a kiss for me, okay?
I will. Good night. Oh, I'd like to speak to Mom. Could you put her on just for a second?
Yes, of course. She's right here. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Hello, darling.
Hello, Mom. It's good to hear your voice. We miss you.
Well, thank you, darling. I miss you, too, very much. And I miss that lovely weather.
Yes. Mom, do you feel safe staying at the house all alone now?
Oh, darling, I'm fine. Don't you worry about me. Adam stayed here in the guest room last night, and he says he's going to stay every night until you and Christina come back home.
Well, let's hope that's soon.
Yes, I hope so. Well, you just rest and relax and have a good time. Hmm?
Yes, all right. We will. Raul is waiting for me to sign the check. I'd better go.
Oh, well, you'll give him my regards, will you? And I love you, and be sure and tell Christina that I love her, and I'll miss her very much.
Oh, I will. I'll tell her. We love you. Bye-bye. My mother sends her regards.
Oh, yes, thank you. I was so sorry she and Dr. Chapman had to leave Santo Domingo.
So were they.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, enjoy your dinner. I'll come back for the table later.
Fine, thank you. Christina, hot dog's waiting, or...
Mommy, could I eat on the balcony?
No, you may not. Raul, could you do something for me, please, before you go? I'm having so much trouble locking those balcony doors. Could you do that for me?
Sure.
Not yet.
Yes, now. Come on, there's a cool breeze blowing out there tonight. And you just came out of a hot tub. Come on, see?
Jenny, isn't this my shelf?
Yeah?
Then how long have I been wearing polish?
I give.
Jenny, get rid of some of this. 2 antiperspirants. Why 2?
I need my secret.
Why? Use my spray.
Secret roll-on keeps me drier than your spray. Nothing's better at stopping wetness.
I'll try it.
Secret's strong, but it's made for women. Smell.
Pretty, but if it says...
Sorry. But here.
It's not my polish.
Secret strong enough for a man,
but made for a woman.
Greasy dirt can be a problem all over the kitchen. How do you clean it?
I'd use ammonia.
Definitely ammonia.
What if I told you ammonia is good for some jobs, but not for greasy dirt? Top Job cleans greasy dirt. Straight ammonia can.
You'd have to prove it to me.
You're wrong.
Let's see what happens.
Look at that. I don't believe it. The top job side feels slick and clean. It squeaks. It's clean. The ammonia side feels greasy. It did not come clean.
Top Job, the tough kitchen cleaner for tough greasy dirt.
I wasn't born curly, but I was born smart. I got natural look lilt. For curl, this natural.
What I didn't get here, I can get here.
Gorgeous, natural-looking curl.
That's Natural Look Lilt, the only perm with sponge end wraps instead of tissues. Tissues can slip, but sponges grip for better roll-ups, so curls look more natural.
What nature didn't give me, Lilt did.
Natural Look Lilt.
The rubber glove. It protects hands from drying, flaking caused by rough jobs in water. Now Wondra challenges the glove. Hundreds of women washed dishes for 3 weeks.
Some wore gloves. Some didn't, but they used Wondra afterwards.
Clinical tests prove Wondra is so effective, it relieves even the roughest, driest hands. Did Wondra meet the challenge?
Tests showed Wondra leaves hands even softer than rubber gloves.
Wondra relieves dry skin so well, it beat the glove.
Oh, Ben's painting really looked like something now. I can see why Carter Bowden was so pleased.
Pleased. Carter said that Ben had given her a soul. And that look in her eyes was positively haunting.
Well, he's right.
Did Ben say where his appointment was before he left?
No, he just said that you would call, you were coming down here, and I should wait.
Why did you come down here instead of going to the house?
It's a pretty silly question, isn't it?
You know, I hope Ben doesn't mind my spending so much time here, but the only part of my life that makes any sense is when I'm with him.
It's a pretty strong statement from the girl who has everything, wouldn't you say?
If I have everything, it's because of Ben. My life was nothing before I met him.
Yeah, why is it that people who have so much always think they have so little?
Now, if you're referring to the money I inherited, all that's done for my life is complicated.
Oh, but nice complications, though.
I wonder how you'd feel if you suddenly inherited a fortune from a man you hardly knew.
You really want me to answer that?
I'm serious. Ross, it's very bizarre. And now that Brandon Spaulding's dead, I don't think I'll ever find out why he left me the bulk of his estate.
Now, I think you should quit worrying about the whys and the wherefores and just concentrate on enjoying every penny of it.
Sometimes you amaze me.
Do I? Why?
Well, because everything is very cut and dried with you. Business is business, money is money.
Well, isn't it?
I suppose. It's just that every time I try and see things that clearly, my emotions get in the way.
And mine don't, I suppose. Amanda, unfortunately, I am not as cut and dried and uncomplicated as you seem to think.
Ross Marler, I don't believe that you were ever dictated by your heart, or even swayed a little bit.
Was. Once. And I hated the feeling. And I swore I'd never let myself do that again.
Why?
That's the helplessness of the situation. I just didn't like it.
Well, there might be hope for you yet, then.
No way.
If you let your emotions get the better of you once, you can do it again.
No way.
We'll see.
You know, it's amazing.
What's amazing?
Well, the resemblance between you and that girl in Ben's painting. I don't know if it's the light in here, the look you have in your face, or what.
You think I look like her?
Absolutely.
Thank you. You don't know how good that makes me feel.
Well, hey. No wonder you never want anybody around when you're consulting with Amanda.
Ross was just saying that he thinks that I look like the girl in your portrait.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And you say she's the girl of your dreams.
Well, I'm just going to have to watch out what I say around here from now on.
I can see that we're not going to get too much accomplished tonight, Amanda, so I'll just say goodbye. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Would save some time for me in the next few days. We've got to start buckling down if we're going to be ready for that stockholders meeting.
I will, but I thought you said Alan Spaulding was very easy to deal with when you had lunch with him today.
He was, but I don't know, something was making him very edgy and nervous.
Ross, I told you, Alan is always edgy when he's getting ready to move in for the kill.
Yes, well, I'm going to ask him to go out drink with me some night to make sure that Amanda is not his intended victim.
I'm just a stockholder, Ross.
Hardly.
You know, you're the first person in Alan Spaulding's brilliant career who has the power to keep him from simply dictating corporate policy. And that has him shaking in his boots.
You really do enjoy this, don't you?
When it represents the kind of power that can make Alan Spaulding squirm, you bet I do.
Oh, I'm sure you must have something better to do. Why don't you give me your message, and then Alan can call you as soon as he gets out of his meeting.
Diane, I told you that I want to tell Alan everything myself, and that's what I'm going to do.
What have you heard from your father about the search for Roger Thorpe?
Absolutely nothing.
By that, do you mean that he doesn't talk to you about it, or that there's no further news?
I mean, he doesn't talk to me, and Diane, I don't want to talk about it. All right?
I see. Well, that's probably Alan right now. Yes, Alan. Oh, well, I'm sure I have those figures in my file.
Diane, tell him that I'm here and that it's imperative that I talk to him. It'll only take a minute.
Alan, Hope is right here. She's been waiting for you. She says it's imperative that she see you. I have no idea, but she says it'll only take a minute. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, fine. I will have Laurie get you those figures right away. Okay. Well? Alan says for me to tell you he's very sorry, but he can't see you before he leaves for Denver. He will call you tonight from home or from the airport in the morning. And if he has trouble getting to a phone, he'll call you from his hotel out there after he checks in.
Deep in the woods, as the Craigs sleep, a pasty film covers their mouths. They wake with the worst breath of the day.
Morning.
Scope, honey?
Oh, you spied.
Yours leaves your breath medicine-y, not minty like Scope.
Mine kills germs.
Scope kills germs.
Come on.
Try.
Minty
And
kills germs. Morning.
Scope fights bad breath, doesn't give medicine breath.
Sometimes, have you heard what people think?
I was great.
She's scratching her head. Could be dandruff.
Nice smile, good kick.
No flakes, but that itch. Probably needs Head and Shoulders.
Oh, he's gonna pick me.
Even if you don't see flakes or no one tells you, your itch could be telling them you've got dandruff. But Head and Shoulders every time handles that itch and treats hair gently, so all people notice is healthy-looking hair.
Terrific hair.
Head and Shoulders, because that little itch should be telling you something.
Me first was my idea. It was not.
I didn't think that fried chicken would make it through the night.
Can't blame him. That Puritan oil so light it really lets the flavor come through. Should I tell them what's more important to me than great taste? That Puritan's made with sunflower oil so it helps in our diet to fight cholesterol? Nah, let them think it's just great tasting chicken. I know it's more.
Puritan oil, great taste and more.
Hey, where's my piece?
In here, Mom.
I thought so.
Now I understand why you couldn't explain what happened in front of Adam and Barbara.
Well, you know, Hope and I haven't been getting along too well ever since you started going with Alan Spaulding, but now I've widened the gap between us.
You didn't have any choice, Mike. You had to go to Hope to find out if you were right or wrong about Spaulding.
But now I've driven her further from me and closer to Alan. My mind is numb trying to figure out how Roger ever found out that Holly and Christine are out of Springfield.
And that's not all you've had to contend with in the last few days?
Called Renee's secretary in Paris and made arrangements today.
That must have been hell for you.
Still can't believe she's dead.
Renee really affected you a lot in the short time that you two knew each other, didn't she?
You know, I was thinking as I left Hope's about the advice that Renee gave me on getting back together with my daughter.
Yeah, I remember you said that she'd been very helpful when you two talked about it.
She didn't even know Hope. And she just had this wonderful sense about people. Damn Roger Thorpe.
Look, Mike, you're exhausted. Why don't you go home and get some rest, huh?
No, I couldn't sleep. My mind is racing.
I'd be happy to prescribe something for you.
No. The only thing that's going to make me sleep is knowing that Roger is in jail, paying for what he's done to everybody.
Mike, look, believe me. I know that if there were ever two men who had the right to even a score, they're standing right here in this room.
I'm going over that list till I'm cross-eyed. And I'm going to keep going over it until I find the answer.
What is that?
It's a list of everybody who knows Holly and Christina out of Springfield. Somewhere there is a clue to how Roger found out that Holly and Christina are not here.
Has Lieutenant Wyatt gone over the list?
Yeah, all day. Couldn't find anything. But it's there. I know it's there. I'm gonna sit here and go over it and over it until I find out what it is.
Are you finished with your dinner, senora?
Yes, we are, but could I ask you to be quiet? She fell asleep on the couch. I didn't have the heart to move her to a bed.
She looks very comfortable.
She certainly does. I may just let her stay there through the night.
Well, did you enjoy your dinner?
Yes, very much.
Good. I'm glad.
Oh, there was something I wanted to ask you. When Dr. Chapman was here, he took us to a beautiful beach just beyond Santo Domingo, past the airport.
Ah, si, senora. La Concha. That is Spanish for the seashell.
La Concha. Yes, that's it. If I drove out to the airport and stayed on that same road, would I have any trouble finding it?
No, but I'd be very happy to draw you a map.
Oh, would you? That'd be good. Because I meant to take her today, and we had to cancel our plans, so I would hate to get lost tomorrow and then disappoint her again.
No, you won't get lost. Not with my map, senora.
Sure we won't.
Would you be having breakfast in your room? If so, I can bring you the map in the morning.
Yes, we will. Fine.
Good. What would you like for breakfast?
I have the papaya with lime and croissant and coffee and cereal with milk for the child.
Cereal con leche, sí. I know her favorite cereal. I'll bring that.
Good. Okay, thank you very much.
At what time, senora?
Oh, let's see. She should sleep late, so about 9:30.
9:30. Fine. Muy bien. Buenas noches, senora.
Buenas noches.
Do your homework.
Oh, Mom.
Wear your raincoat.
Oh, Mother.
Later, after we eat. You want to be soft. You gotta be firm. There's a right time for snacks, and I say when. Then I insist on Hostess, because they're always so fresh. Chocolatey cupcakes, tender fruit pies, golden Twinkie snack cakes with green filling. Fresh, wholesome Hostess meets my tough standards. So when I say yes, it's Hostess.
Fisher-Price toys keep their promises. They promise to keep their heads and their wheels, their handles, and their lovely sense of humor. That's why in this changing world, there are at least two things you can count on. Children are still children, and Fisher-Price is still Fisher-Price.
If you want good tastes from the good earth with no preservatives,
Try Chunking for your beautiful body. Try Chunking for your beautiful body. Try Chunking for your beautiful body. Try Chunking for the beautiful taste. Try Chunking for your beautiful body. Try Chunking for your beautiful body. Try Chunking for your beautiful body. Try Chunking for your beautiful life.
Chun King, good food.
Hurry! It's the biggest bra and bottom sale in town. The Free Spirit sale. Playtex cuts prices on every Free Spirit bra and bottom. Save 20% on every seamless bra, tricot bra, lightly lined, even stretch and shape.
And 20% off all the fanny briefs, body briefers, new fanny shaping pants liners, too.
Free Spirit bras and bottoms for a smooth, natural look. Now save 20%.
Tomorrow on Search for Tomorrow.
After all, I did save your life.
I want you to get out of my life.
Then on The Young and the Restless.
I want a simple answer. The reason you married my daughter all of a sudden, out of the blue, was it because she was pregnant?
And on As the World Turns.
Well, maybe you should have thought twice about setting out to make trouble for Mary and me.
Don, you're wrong.
CBS in the afternoon. We're gonna make your day.
Dr. Steve Jackson, Adam Thorpe, Dr. Peter Chapman. Roger tried him, that didn't work. Hope Bauer, Bert Bauer, Mike Bauer, Ed Bauer. Rene Dubois. You sure have a thing about kids, don't you?
Yes, I'm afraid I do. Especially this little girl. You know, I almost wish I could postpone my trip to Paris just to see her face when they return from... Oh, sorry, I almost said it again.
That's all right. We can talk in here, safe.
All the same, it's imperative that we keep their hiding place a secret.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, there's not that many people that know it.
Look, Mike, it's after 11. Why don't you call up Lieutenant Wyatt's office so he knows where to reach you in case something breaks, and sack out here for the night, huh?
What was that again, now? What did you just say?
You didn't hear a word I said, did you?
No, I was going over something.
Why, have you figured out how Roger might have gotten his information?
I'm getting punchy.
Now, what have you come up with?
I'm just grasping at straws.
Well, let's hear it. Who knows? Maybe your theory has some validity that might lead us to something else.
That's not a theory, just a far-fetched idea that I'm gonna go with until I can come up with something more logical. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep staring at this page because our answer is there. It has to be here.
The least you can do is wait for me, Nola.
Oh, not so loud. Mom's gonna know we're in the professor's room.
But why are we in the professor's room? That's what I don't get. We were sitting in my room getting nice and comfortable, and all of a sudden you jump up like you've seen a ghost or something, and they come charging down here.
Now, Buck, what did that German spy say to his contact? You know, the double agent that was working for the FBI in Germany at the same time before he got shot in the head. Do you know what he said?
Nola, that was a movie we were watching, not real life.
Well, maybe. It's just that he reminded me so much of the professor, I couldn't believe it. Of course, I said all along the professor looked like one of those types. And now, we've got proof that he's up to something funny.
I thought you were gonna put that in the closet and leave it there.
Oh. Now, Buck, you said so yourself that this is very expensive and sophisticated equipment, right?
Sure, so what?
Well, it's just... So I was very impressed the way you turned it on and got it working. And, oh, please, Buck, I love to hear those voices. And people, you know, we don't know who they are or where they are, please.
I don't see anything exciting about eavesdropping, which is exactly what that is.
Oh, come on. I think it's fascinating.
You would. Now, you gonna come upstairs with me or not?
Oh, wait just a minute. Wait. Let me see if I can make it work.
See you later, Nola.
Oh, Buck, listen.
Peter sounded better, but I...
Let's go, Nola. If you want to get excited about something, I'm
I
sure...
want to hear what they're saying.
You know, Peter thinks it was a burglar, but I'm beginning to wonder now if it wasn't Roger who struck him.
I bet it's Roger Thorpe they're talking about. What do you think, Nola?
Probably. Everybody in Springfield is.
Adam, why don't we call it a day now? So we can call Holly in the morning.
Holly?
Early, before she and Christina...
I wonder if they're talking about Thorpe's wife. You know, the one he raped? Oh, I read in the newspaper that she has a daughter named Christina.
What are you doing now?
I'm looking for a piece of paper. Buck,
What?
look.
Chrissy's never seen me in a mustache, and I don't want to frighten her. This is going to be the longest night of my life. Okay. Take it easy. Take your time. It's all going to be all right. By 9:30 tomorrow, I'll have my daughter. Nobody will ever take her away from me again.
Announcing the 3rd annual Meow Mix Meow Off. It'll have a lot of cats practicing their meows because the cat with the winning meow gets a starring role in a Meow Mix commercial, a trip to Hollywood for him and his family, and $15,000 in cash. Look for details in stores, magazines, and on Meow Mix cat food bags and boxes. The Meow Mix Meow Off. Now cats have something else to meow about.
A star is born.
Unbelievable! Viva designer paper towels. So beautiful, they're unbelievable. There's Viva fresh fruit. Apples, cherries, unbelievably delicious. Viva Cape Cod. Kettles, clocks, unbelievably quaint. Viva Oriental Spring. Leaves, blossoms, unbelievably charming. 5 designer styles in all unbelievably strong and absorbent. Unbelievable!
This has been The Guiding Light. Fashions provided by Lily Rubin Salon, South Southwest, Soubrette, and Barney's. This is CBS.
Germs growing in your bathroom bowl. Look.
Germs?
I control germs. Your in-tank bowl cleaner doesn't.
You?
I'm SaniFlush, the only leading blue in-tank with extra strength to control germs. I've got detergent, fights stains. Fresh fragrance, fights odors. And my extra strength controls household germs. Watch my blue work.
Sparkling blue. No odors.
Remember, I'm the only one.
SaniFlush, you're the only one with extra strength to control germ growth.
Thank you, Delaware Valley, for helping us grow. 8 Acme Grand Opening celebrations are going on right now, and all Acme Super Savers are having a big celebration sale. It started with this special supplement in your newspaper, packed with super saving coupons on bathroom tissue, margarine, tasty cake, frozen orange juice, fireside bacon, 79 cents a pound, iceberg lettuce, 29 cents a head. It's Acme's way of saying, thank you, Delaware Valley, for helping us grow.
Community service. Did you miss out on the last election because you weren't registered? The League of Women Voters reminds you to register by March 24th. The 4 o'clock show next. Today, fly with Peter O'Toole as he fights a one-man battle. Laugh with Murphy's War.
I think that's right. I don't think they should do that.
We're teasing Mrs. Davis. We told her